Hello and welcome everyone. This is Njm1983 bringing you match number 2 of a 2v2 on Playground tonight. The first match, Clintsat and Ray320 were victorious, and now this is the rematch. Tun and Njm are looking for blood. So let's get started. Njm is these yellow Klingons here, getting right out of the gate. His teammate, the undying nephalim, Tun, is the purple Dominion, and looks like he's getting straight up started. The red Romulans here, this is Ray320, and up here as the white Borg, this is Clintsat. So this map is Playground. Is actually a 5-player map with a starting position over here, which can lead to a lot of fun jockeying for position over this little bit of this sort of expansion now. A bunch of derelicts over here don't really affect gameplay too much, save for if you want a little bit of extra experience. I'm actually curious if that would actually allow someone to get some experience. In the meantime, we do have wormholes over here, the OOS holes, and a couple more derelicts here and there. So back to the game at hand, we see Tun starting right off the bat, getting his construction yard up, getting his construction on, looking perhaps to get an early expansion down here as well. This is a bit of a gamble, as that is going to leave him with far fewer ships on the board initially. And he is moving straight into S2s, so he must know that his opponent is Borg. That is really what I would expect him to be using against that. Ray320 is pumping out a pair of Rians as he is putting up a research institute, which will allow him to get phase plates and Lavals, as well as he is just setting up his normal economy. The Borg appeared, doing its thing, looking to get energy nodes level 1 going on here very shortly. Oddly enough, there's only the Tritanium resource assimilator is not quite fully developed yet. Usually that's the first one that gets developed. There's a Tritanium bottleneck somewhere in the Borg early build, but depending on what you do. So here's an uplink looking probably for probes and scubes. Pretty standard Borg play at the moment. Ooh, interestingly enough, we do have Njm doing cavorts and Sangs, so Susas, excuse me. Martok getting out. Everyone's sort of gearing up for the Borg fights, as well they should. These Borg guys, Clintsat is a scary player in his own right. Making it all the way through the summer tournament, waiting to get his last tournament game on here very shortly, as we play this game. So Ray320 getting his Laval on and expecting the first level Laval upgrade, but not seeing it. So Ray also expanding. So not a lot of excitement right off the bat just yet. Everyone is sort of forcing in, running up into their expansions, trying to get that going really quickly. And so Klingons getting a small force here. This is not a bad force. You just gotta watch out for these guys basically have sort of weak shields and weak hull, and so they tend to die really fast against the Borg. Borg are going to be fielding a number of these probes and scout cubes, so those Susas will only be they'll be good, but they're not going to be great. So in the meantime, back down on the Dominion, wasting no time on claiming their space with the phaser sentry. And the Romulans doing a little bit of scouting down here, looking to make sure that nothing untawdry is going on down there. So basically everyone's just sort of gearing up for a big fight later on. Oddly enough though, that later on is going to come to a head much, much sooner than you might think. This second probe and these 2 scout cubes, this is a region and a region. So region cubes plus probes. These guys are on the prowl. So it is going to be 4v4 on this matchup here very shortly. Let's see if the Klingons are going to have another. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a one coming out. Ooh, so it's going to be 4v4 and in favor of the Klingons here. As long as they manage to not lose a ship, they can quickly repair. Question is one of, what are the Borg going to do? The Borg could attack. Looks like they wanted to scout out this little area over here. I mean, this area here, this top left area. But now they're going to move in on the main dilithium. The Klingons do see this. They are going to get their presence in there. A couple of Katingas actually would not be a bad idea, as these guys decloak into a hail of Borg fire. That starbase getting a couple of shots off here and there. These Borg trying not to lose any ships. These Klingons can keep up with these probes, not these cubes. Oddly enough, no, they're just going to damage them and chase them away. So Clintsat, his early harass, semi-successful in the sense they put a little pressure on the Klingons, keeping them honest. Laval's doing a little bit of scouting, as Ray just sort of... Ray is still building up his army. Again, another expansion. Dominion here sporting a small army. Tech lab going up. Borg hanging out at one of the dilithium expansions in front of the yellow Klingons. Njm. Njm, let's see what he's building. Is a little bit of a resource crunch here. Pumping out another Susa to give him maybe a little bit extra punch against these guys. Really what needs to happen is, as no one is easy prey, well, except perhaps the Dominion are an open target, but that runs the risk of running through a lot of unfriendly territory. But if Ray320 comes and helps Clintsat, they would have a combined force of about 6-7 vessels, and that could put a hole through, you know, a couple ships. That's really what you need to do. You just need to get a couple ships here, a couple ships there. Here a ship, there a ship, everywhere a ship. And it looks like that's what they're doing. They're going to get their forces together, try to find a nice little weak spot. They got to watch out for this starbase here. This starbase is in range, going to be able to provide a little bit of cover, a little bit of miss micro, and you take too many shots and you won't be staying for long. Borg, ooh, waltzing away, finding themselves a nice juicy target, undefended. The Klingons running away as they are looking to take out this top May. Now the Borg trying to get that kill off as they turn around, and here comes the decloaking fleet of about 5 Klingon vessels looking to get some kills off, but oh, that top May getting that last bit of shot in. Oh, and here comes those Lavals turning right around and chasing these Klingons off a little bit, as this is going to go down really heavy on the Klingons. NJM going to be in a world of hurt, but Ray320 going to lose a lot of his Laval. These Lavals taking a lot of torque damage. This one Susa down. Some bugs taking a little bit of shots from the cavorts. These Susas burning through those Lavals pretty nasty as it tries to go cloak out. Oddly enough, it manages to scrape by. These Klingons are on a tear here as they try to get the Dominion come up with a S2, looking to get a little bit of an extra punch on it. Going to go run through that nebula. Not so smart. Another Susa in the mix. Here's the Dominion also coming in. An ally repair would be wonderful. This guy needs to go back off. These bugs need to back off. They are taking too much damage. Baby your bugs, babies. Losing a bug, not so good, not so good. As the Borg going to turn around and make them pay for that loss. Not a good trade here. An S2 going to go down. Ooh, undying nephalim getting caught with the proverbial ship out of place, if that could be considered proverbial. This S2 going to manage to skate away, and Undying is oh so very lucky. In the meantime, the Klingons, NJM, his teammate, looking to pump out a little bit of extra ships here, hopefully give him some extra repair. There's an alley repair going up. Ooh. Down goes a ship as it tries to get a repair going on, as the Borg Clintsat moving in on this expansion here, finding a nice little soft spot in the middle of both of these guys. Going to be able to put some pressure, but this phaser sentry going to be able to put a little bit of extra pressure on it. The Borg not overly worried. This S2 trying to provide a little bit of support, as the Klingons also provide a little bit of extra support as well. This phaser sentry providing a little bit of punch to get these guys out. So Clintsat making really good on the pressure here. As you can see, that Ray has this forward expansion that's basically supported by this. Well, it's not even his expansion. It's really his main dilithium. No, it is a dilithium. It's just an expansion, just sitting out there, sort of. Hello, come get me. Klingons in. Really, this guy needs to be an ally repair, but the Dominion also need to be pumping out ships, as they are slowly losing that little bit of battle. Starrier coming down here. This will give the Romulans, Ray320, a nice little forward advantage, as the Klingons, yellow Klingons, scouting out the Borg. Borg waiting on probably a sphere here very shortly. That would be the next transition for the Borg. These scout cubes managing to renew their usefulness as that regen comes into play, allows them to stay a little bit live, a little bit longer. Something's getting blowed up. I can hear it, but oh, a Doty drop! Oh, how nasty! Clintsat manages to pop one of these guys down, and it looks like this guy is taking. NJM needs to manage his ships better. This one guy is going to end up losing, and that is not good. But at the same time, the Borg are going to take advantage of that distraction and burn through that. So in the meantime, so the Klingons trying to get, trying to defend. But it looks like on the minimap that nothing is happening over here. A little bit of click going on. The Klingons looking to try to burn through stuff here, but this Doty relay here providing just a nasty little bit of a surprise. Clintsat not doing, Clintsat doing some excellent raiding here. Over here, Ray320 burning through these S2s, getting a couple kills off on them. They need to burn through maybe that bug, or cloak out. That'll work too. They are, oh, that guy getting knocked out. This Doty relay is going to be a really nasty little thing. Now, the way to deal with these is to take your ships, burn through it, repair as you go. This is actually very easy to handle as long as you don't need your ships elsewhere. Just send them in, burn them, repair, burn, repair, burn, repair. In the meantime, the Borg are supporting their allies, looking to burn through the Klingon support that came in over here, as the right-hand team is putting a lot of pressure on the left-hand team. And you can see that the Borg have taken a bit of damage to their ships, but are managing to stay outside the range of that starbase. Yellow Klingons tailing here, but not able to be as effective as they would necessarily need to be. Let's go take a look at that. Sphere is up, and yes, the sphere is on the map. It's a regen prime sphere. That's pretty decent against cloakers, as it'll burn through the energy, and especially all these small ships. So this S2 is going to look to burn down this probe, as the Klingons also look to burn through this stuff. And the S2's special goes off, and that actually affects everybody, as they go with much vengeance on the scout cube. Down that scout cube goes as they refocus their fire on the next closest ship.